Who parked your car? But they did a shit job.
Yeah. So we're picking the BRZ up from Caliber Collision right now. I haven't gone in to get the keys yet, so I don't know if they actually fixed all the problems or not, but we'll find out in a second. I love the sound of this. I can't get over it. Let's try the dome lights. What else was wrong? Oh, the light over here. Oh, it's on. I can see it. See the reflection. And the mirror. It's all put back together. We're good to go. Right now we are on our way to a tire shop so I can get the stock wheels and tires put back on and in alignment and have the tires balanced. Yeah, this is going to be expensive because when I put the aftermarket wheels on the NKs, I had the TPMS sensors transferred over from the stock wheels to these wheels because I didn't, obviously I didn't want a TPMS light on the car all the time, even though it is on all the time because the way this car is. So yeah, this is probably going to be like a $300 plus ordeal, but that's how she goes. I will obviously be putting these NKs up for sale immediately. All the money I get from selling the BRZ parts are going to go right into purchasing a 9th gen. I had someone comment on the last video, why do you always drive with two hands on the wheel? You're not in a race car, you're in a Civic. And you know what, they had a good point, so I'm gonna one hand this drive because I'm super cool. I have the GoPro on the back of Vivian's bumper. I really need to do like a really good showcase of the way this car sounds before I take off the exhaust and the intake. I think the intake is the last thing I'll leave on because I haven't had this car just with an intake and stock exhaust, right? What I normally do is exhaust system very first thing, except for the Type R. The Type R, I did do the PRL intake first. That was my first mod. Because when you have an aftermarket exhaust like this, it pretty much drowns out the extra sound that you're gonna get from this K&N intake. At least that's my experience. All right, my friends. It's been about a week since I've gotten the BRZ back, a little over a week. So I don't think Mavis Tires and Brakes did a good job with the alignment because the road noise is a lot. The road noise is definitely like a night and day difference for the worse compared to the NKs with those Michelin Passport 4s. And these stock wheels and tires, they only have like 8,000 miles on them. Actually, I think I put the NKs on at 7,000 miles. So I just think they did a bad job with the alignment. So I'm gonna actually bring this to a Subaru dealership this week and pay again for an alignment, and I might as well get them road force balanced. The unfortunate part about living here in Riverview, Florida is everything good is super far away. Wesley Chapel, Subaru, it's like a 45 minute drive. So I'm gonna have to do that this week and take up a whole entire afternoon, but it's what needs to be done. I want your guys' opinion on this right here. Obviously, I'm gonna put the stock fender vent covers back on, but should I post the car for sale with the Subaru or with the Toyota bumper? Because it does look really freaking good, but I don't want to scare people away, you know? Obviously, I still have the Subaru bumper. I can put that on. It's not a big deal, but should I try to just sell that, individually? Or should I sell the car with that bumper and the Subaru bumper? Okay, well, my other GoPro doesn't have the SD card in it. Let's rock and roll anyway. So I ideally drove this every day last week. And, you know, as you know, I have to bring Elena with me to work and back because she goes to daycare. And I'll tell you what, dude, this car, it can do it. It can be a daily driver if you have a baby. I really don't recommend it though. It's not fun. Like, she sits in the back right here behind the passenger seat. And when I get her out, she's 20 pounds and the car seat. I'm not gonna carry the car seat with a 20-pound baby in the, like, into daycare and back. This is 4,000 RPM. So what I end up doing is I have to push the passenger seat all the way forward, and then I set her down on the seat, and then I take her out of the car seat, and then on the way to work, I just drive with her car seat in the passenger seat. So I have to do that, you know, 2 times a day, and man, it's just like very inconvenient. First world problems, I know. But when I do get an 8th or 9th gen, probably a 9th gen, it's gonna be phenomenal. I mean, that's gonna be a heck of a daily driver. Let me see if I can get some pops here. Oh! Oh! Okay, that was not a good downshift. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. I think it's been over 3 weeks since I last posted. It's really hard, guys. It's really, really hard to find the time and the motivation and the energy to film YouTube videos right now. And I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. I mean, I have a full-time job. I have a baby who I try to, you know, spend time with because they're only going to be small for so long. I'm also taking a physics class, which is the bane of my existence right now. First, I went to school for nursing right out of high school, which was a huge mistake. It was very difficult. Pharmacology specifically, I gave up. I threw my hands up. I ended up dropping out of that class. That whole first semester of college was a freaking disaster. Then I went to Hudson University in Bangor, Maine, and I did a year of audio engineering, and I screwed off, and all I did was party, and I didn't take anything seriously. I failed a few courses, so that year was a bust as well. And then I started paying for my own school and going to school for business administration. And then I joined the Air Force in February 2017. So last year, I switched my major again. I made a lot of progress with my bachelor's degree for business administration with a focus on marketing. And then I was like, dude, I'm gonna do, what the heck am I gonna do with this? Like, I don't think it didn't feel right. So about a year ago, I switched to computer science. And, you know, obviously I lost a lot of progress. So I'm doing all these things. And by the time I get home, man, after work, and with the 45-minute commute each way through this awful Tampa traffic, it's so hard to find the energy to grab my GoPros and go out and film a YouTube video. So I still have not taken off the exhaust. I still haven't taken off the fender vent covers and the intake. And I need to do these things like now so I can sell this car and move on. And it's nothing against this car. I love this car. I'm gonna miss it. But I don't have any videos to make right now. I don't have anything. And, you know, I'm paying a car payment on the BRZ, and it's not working for me, right? The whole point of, well, not the whole point. The whole part, half of it is I enjoy doing it. I love making videos, and I love putting stuff out there and seeing people's reactions, and it helps some people, you know, that's cool. But the other half of it is I have 2 cars, right? I'll never get rid of the Type R. I'll pay that off and I'll put it in storage, if anything. And then get something else. But my second car, that's supposed to bridge the gap, because I'm not gonna try to make a 700 wheel horsepower Type R. I'm just not. I like it the way it is. If anything, I would go back to the stock exhaust and the stock tune for a while, just because, I don't know, I mean, it's just kind of what I feel like doing. So I need a second car to keep the momentum. But like I said, I have to sell this first. But I have to take the freaking 12 hours it's gonna take, 16 hours, to put everything back to stock. Otherwise, if I pay someone to do it, then it's gonna be a wash when I go to sell those parts. You know, I'm not gonna pocket anything. I hope that's all making sense. I hope I didn't lose any of you. So yeah, that's basically been what's going on. I've just been having a super tough time finding the motivation. I don't know. I've been so low on energy. I've even thought about going to get my hormones tested, my testosterone, because, dude, I just wake up tired. Do this, tired. Do that, tired. I'm always freaking tired, man. And I'm tired of being tired. So yeah, I've honestly been thinking about, like, do I need to go get my hormones tested? I don't know. All right, here we go. I'll give you a little full throttle. And also, the icing on the cake, I've gained a lot of weight. It's so hard to get the weight off. I tried the carnivore diet for 4 whole days. I felt really good, but I just could not overcome the sugar and carb addiction. I couldn't do more than 4 days. And then on Friday, I started counting my calories. I did really good. I had 1,800 calories. Yesterday, I just went off the deep end last night, and I had like 6 bowls of Life cereal. I don't know, guys. I'm really unhappy with my weight, and I'm unhappy with the amount of time that I waste. But it's so hard to find the energy, man. Like, caffeine won't do it. Caffeine just makes my heart hurt. And then I crash in the afternoon. I feel like I enjoy having so many things going on in my life. I used to thrive on that, you know, back when I had energy. I don't know what happened. I don't know when it happened. Maybe like 2 years ago, my energy levels just took a dump. Before I started doing my YouTube channel, I worked full-time, shift work. I had a part-time job at Starbucks, working anywhere from like 12 to 18, 20 hours a week. And I took 2 classes per 8-week term. And I was successful in all of those 3 areas. And I made music. And I exercised. I was in very good shape. This is 2018, 2019. And then, I don't know, just a couple of years ago, my energy levels crashed. And ever since then, it's been so hard. I mean, it's 10:43 in the morning. I just went to go do my first leg day in, I don't know how long, way more than a year. My thighs, my quads crapped out on me like 30 minutes into the workout, and I feel better. I feel better than now that I worked out. Maybe that's the key. Maybe what I need to do is work out first thing in the morning, like force myself to get up at 4 a.m., do some T25 or Insanity in the kitchen, and then I'll feel better. Maybe that's what I should do. So that is the long version of why I have not been posting regularly. It's been like that for a while. And I'll be real with you, I spend way too much time on social media, scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and it doesn't do anything good for me. It does nothing good for me. But I still do it. Why? Because it's addictive. And I don't have the willpower, apparently, to, you know, put my phone down and go do something. And the way I justify it in my head while I'm doing it is, oh, well, I'm so tired, you know, this is the only thing I can do is watch the baby and scroll through social media. I know I'm not the only person that has problems with this, you know, all the stuff I'm describing. So I'll take any advice I can get, because I have motivation. It's hard to find the energy. That's all I have. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to reading your comments as always. All right.